first time viewer, welcome back. If you are a returning viewer, thank you for your likes, your comments, your subscribes, and to those of you who have booked a personal reading with me. Keep in mind that these are general messages, so do not take them personally. Take the messages that resonate and leave the rest behind. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can find that information in the description box below. So let's get into this message. What message do you have for the collective at this time? Help me to articulate a clear and concise message in order for it to be received in the way that you want it to best be received. Help me to see what it is that I need to see to get the message across as clear as possible. And help me to deliver any messages that you deem worthy in order to serve your highest good, for the highest good of humanity with harm to none. What messages do you have for the collective at this time? What messages do you have for the collective at this time? So you have earth, surrender to the sweetness, and earth pulsing, right? With all paths lead to home at the bottom of the deck. So this is almost like an inhale, exhale kind of energy, right? Where you are in a space where you're learning to be more grounded, right? Learning how to kind of tame your anxiety, right? Gather the reins of your depression, right? If those are terms that you resonate with. But there is definitely the energy here of you learning how to operate within the space of peace, even if it seems like things are chaotic in the environment around you, right? So you're definitely learning how to remain mindful. You're learning how to remain balanced. You're learning how to not necessarily it's almost as if this is the energy of like a balancing act, right? Where you are learning to observe in the spaces where you are being called to observe, but you're also aware of the times where you need to take more action, right? And also reminding yourself not to get overwhelmed, right? Not to be so anxious about how you're going to get through the process, right? But learning how to take a moment, right? Inhale, exhale, and to kind of like let things be what they're going to be, right? How to enjoy the process, not to be so anxious of the outcome, not to be so how can I put that into words? Again, just not to be so anxious, right? This is definitely like a mellow energy where you're definitely learning how to observe, right? You're learning how to be more perceptive, right? You're learning the areas in which you are being called to take action, but not to the point of burnout, right? But just to the point where you have reached an efficient source of productivity, but you're not in a space of doing so much, experiencing so much or overthinking so much to the point where you are burned out and then you don't have anything left to give at all, right? There's definitely the energy here of learning how to take a rest, learning how to take a break, right? And understanding that rest is just as productive as action, right? The inhale is just as important as the exhale. They work in tandem together, right? To keep the balance of life. Mm. One second, guys. Okay. So clarify earth, right? Learning how to be human in the world, but not of it. So that balance of 3D and 5D, right? Learning how to exist within, but to maintain your spiritual senses as well, right? Your spiritual senses are just as important as your physical senses, right? Learning the balance of creation, give and take. There's 100% like a dual energy here. It I just keep hearing inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Right? So, I mean, yeah. Clarify earth. Okay. So you have the 5 of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords with the King of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Clarify this 5 of Pentacles. What's this 5 of Pentacles? The 7 of Wands. Okay, so there's something that you are fighting against, right? You are definitely, okay, so this is the energy of learning how to train your mind, right? Learning how to speak to yourself in a positive manner, right? Learning how to trust in the things that you can't see, right? Especially if you intuitively feel um, what it is that you're being called to trust in, right? But there's definitely a boundary here, right? With the Moon card, again, there's a lot of like illusion energy. Something that you can't see is going on in the background, right? Something is being aligned. Things are being put into motion, but you're being called in the physical realm to have more trust, have more faith, right? In the outcome of what you are manifesting, right? Have more trust in yourself, right? Have more trust in your resources. Have more trust in your inner knowing. Have more confidence in yourself, right? That you have the ability to create whatever it is that you choose to bring to life within this current moment, right? You, with the clarify the 7 of Swords. The 8 of Swords, right? Because it's almost as if you are kind of overthinking, right? Again, the King of Swords is back at the bottom of the deck. Definitely overthinking about what it is that you can't truly see, right? The perspective that you are trying to gain, but you don't necessarily have the clear picture, right? So definitely be mindful of not overthinking, right? Not lying to yourself or making up scenarios that don't exist because you don't have enough trust that your efforts will be enough, right? You don't have enough trust in yourself that you have the ability to bring to life whatever it is that you truly desire, right? So again, this is definitely saying to stand up for yourself, right? Build your confidence, take up for, or also like blocking out any negative thoughts, right? Blocking out anything that is of lesser value, right? Blocking out anything that tries to diminish the value of your worth, right? Again, this is the energy of like the root chakra, right? Trying to remain grounded. Hmm. Yeah. But definitely be mindful about making up scenarios in your mind that don't exist because you are anxious or worried or over processing where you are in this current moment, right? Be mindful of making up stories, making up um, scenarios, or thinking of worst case scenario, right? Try not to process the worst case scenario too much, because if that is what you um, think about within this current moment, that is what you will manifest into your reality. So definitely be mindful about what it is that you are paying attention to. Be mindful about the reoccurring thoughts that you're having, and definitely be mindful of diminishing your own self worth and your own self value because you aren't seeing things for what it truly is right now in this current moment, right? Again, there's this illusion energy, right? Because again, a couple readings ago, I did a reading, and this illusion energy came up, but it was because the universe is like offering something, right? So again, this is that sense of like alignment energy, where you have to again be mindful about your thoughts, right? Because if the universe is trying to align you with your gift, and you are processing negative thoughts, you are feeding negative things into this manifestation, then that is what is going to attach itself to your gift, right? So definitely be mindful about that. Clarify, surrender to the sweetness. The High Priestess and the Two of Wands. Right. Learning to be balanced within, again, trusting in your intuition, trusting in the unknown, trusting in the things unseen, right? The things that you know exist, but you have yet to set your eyes on it. But you know it exists because you feel it, you can sense it, you just know it. And if you have that strong sense of knowing, trust that, right? Because if it didn't exist, you wouldn't have that intuition like pressing you within that manner, right? But there's definitely the energy here of you getting ready to explore a new season, right? You getting ready to step into a new pathway. You getting ready to step into a new journey, right? You're taking steps. You have been kind of placing your eggs in many different areas, right? You've been putting your attention, you've been putting your efforts into many different areas. And so you're getting ready to experience a new world that is kind of like the fruit of what it is that you have been planting, right? You're getting ready to experience a whole new world that is basically a reward for the efforts that you have been placing, right? So again, if you have been learning to speak to yourself in a healthier manner, if you have been learning to be nicer to your body, right? Exercising, moving your body, stretching, whatever that looks like for you. If you've been learning to invest in healthier connections, right? Connections that feed you and not ones that just simply drain you, right? Again, however this is going to resonate for you personally. But there's definitely the energy here of you reaping the rewards of your benefits, right? The things that you have been investing in consistently, the things that you have been pouring in, the seeds that you have been planting intentionally are getting ready to show up, right? They're getting ready to pop up above the ground, right? You're getting ready to see the growth from the efforts that you have been paying, right? You're getting ready to see This is like the seed sprouting from the ground, right? You're getting ready to experience a whole new world, right? Because underground, when the seed is underneath the soil, that's one existence, right? But when that first sprout pops up above the soil, there, that same seed is still, it's still its same self, but now it's experiencing a completely different reality because it's in a completely new world, right? It's reached a completely new level. So that's kind of like the energy here, right? You're getting ready to experience a whole new world. You're getting ready to experience a new life cycle. You're getting ready to experience a new existence within your reality, right? Clarify earth pulsing. And this can be a shift, this can be a change that you kind of have some sense that is coming. If you're not aware, this message is confirming that that shift will be taking place, right? That new adventure will be happening, or that new journey, that new pathway will be revealing itself to you, right? So, but there is like the energy of here that with the high priestess, you have some sense of knowing, right? The high priestess is very divinely guided, right? She has like the spiritual knowledge, the hidden knowledge, right? Knowledge that most people aren't aware of. She observes more than she speaks, right? She's very perceptive, also very wise, very intelligent. So again, like you have also very sensitive to spiritual the spiritual realm, right? She has that connection to um I don't want to say the underworld, but the spiritual world, I'll say. So again, you have some sense that this new pathway is getting ready to reveal itself, but you may not be completely aware of what it's going to look like when it does appear. Clarify earth pulsing. And again, like with this inhale, exhale, again, this is the illusion energy. You're so unaware of what shift is getting ready to take place within your reality. But it's something massive, it's something beautiful, it's something that has the potential for a lot of growth. It has the potential for a lot of expansion. It has the potential to nourish you, to feed you, right? This is a very beautiful energy. Just look at the imagery on these two pictures, right? This is kind of like the reality that you're stepping into. It's your own little oasis that you have created for yourself, right? Your sense of mental peace, whatever that looks and feels like to you, right? Your sense of physical peace, your sense of emotional safety and security, your spiritual sense of emotional or your spiritual sense of safety and security, right? So you're definitely getting ready to step into your own oasis, your own new world, right? And this here, right, there's a lot of growth, there's a lot of abundance, there's a lot of wealth, there's a lot of it's like almost like a blank canvas, right, where you are stepping into this space where you're going to have a lot of new things to discover, a lot of new things to learn, right? A lot of new things to enjoy, right? This is an offering again, but it's something that you have a sense of, but you're not completely aware of how it's going to look, when it's going to show up, and how it's going to show up in your life, right? Look, with the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the deck, right? It's going to offer you an outpouring, right? Look at all this water. Look at all this running water here in this imagery, right? There's going to be an overflow of abundance in your life that is going to, I don't want to say it's going to overwhelm you, but it's not something that you are expecting, right? It's going to be more than what you have envisioned for yourself. It's going to be more than what you're able to see, right? With this seven of wands and the 5 of pentacles, it's almost as if you're not aware, right? You could be imagining a gift that is smaller than what is going to truly appear in your life, right? With the 7 of swords here, there's definitely the energy here of deception. whatever is going to appear in your life is going to be more than what you could have pictured, right? It's going to be more than what you could have imagined. It's going to be more than what you're expecting. I'll put it that way. You're going to receive more than what you're expecting, right? There's going to be an overflow, an outpour, right? An unlimited resource, right? One more card for Oath Person. Look, the Queen of Cups with the Two of Pentacles. This is going to shift your life. It's going to shift your perspective of love. It's going to shift your perspective of how you view yourself, how you view love in general, how you view relationships, right? Whatever this energy is, it's going to shift your perspective. It's going to change your life, right? In an abundant way, in a more resourceful way, in a more helpful way, in a more balanced way, in a way that's going to motivate you, right? It's going to challenge you to see things. Look, the Tower card, it's going to shake things up in your life, right? And this may, again, like, even though this is a beautiful energy and this gift that is coming towards you is something that is meant for your highest good, it may not feel like it at first because I don't want to say it's going to be like a culture shock, but it's going to like shock your system, right? Because it's almost as if it might feel like it's too good to be true at first, right? Whereas if like you're picking like there's just like this abundance of fruit and you're like, are these poisonous? Right? Like if I take a bite of this apple, am I going to get sick from eating it? Right? Because how come nobody has claimed this, right? How is all of these fruit trees here untouched, right? Nobody has came and like tainted this abundant garden, yet here I am, right? It looks untouched. It looks like it was made specifically for me, specifically for you, right? And it's almost as if you're going to like question, how good is this fruit, right? But again, this is something that you can trust, right? This is something that you have been working towards. Again, it's going to shift your reality because it's unlike anything that you have ever experienced. So because it's unlike anything you have ever experienced, again, you are going to have that sense of doubt. But don't play too much into that sense of doubt because then you're going to manifest those doubts into your realities. So definitely be mindful of your thoughts, be mindful of your perspective, and be mindful of your openness and your willingness to learn, right? Your willingness to discover new things, your willingness to be open to receive these new blessings, right? To receive this new level of insight, right? Because again, this might tear down your perspective of what true peace, what true wealth, and what true like serendipity looks like, right? But this is the blessing that you asked for. This is the manifestation that you have created for yourself. And it's healthy fruit, right? It's good fruit. It's fruit that would nourish you. It's fruit that would feed you the way that you have been seeking, right? The way you have been desiring. So again, be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful not to let negative habits or even like the challenges that you will experience within this reality, right? Because even though the fruit tree is there, you're still going to have to find something to help you pick the fruit off the tree, right? You're still going to experience new challenges within this reality. So definitely be mindful not to get discouraged by the new lessons, by the new challenges that you will experience within this new world. But because it's a new world, because you don't have any prior, not just that you don't have any prior knowledge, because again, you can use the lessons that you've learned from your past, right? But sometimes, or be mindful of where you place those lessons. Be mindful of how you use those lessons, right? Because it's not going to apply to every situation, right? Because again, this is a whole new side of the coin. This is something that you have yet to experience, right? So there will be new lessons to learn, right? So you're going to have to gain new insights, new perspectives, right? So definitely be mindful to not get discouraged, not feel defeated within this new reality, right? Because this abundance is here for you, right? It's yours to receive. This gift has your name on it. You're just unaware, again, of when it's going to show up, how it's going to show up, and what it's going to look like when it gets here. although it will be exactly what you asked for. It's going to feel exactly what you asked for, right? It's going to be it's going to be tailor-made for you. So let's pull 4 cards to close out this message. One card for what we can learn as the major lesson. 1 card for what we can create regarding this message. 1 card for what we can meditate on as the focus of this message. And 1 card for what we can innovate as new cycles and habits to enhance our growth and expansion regarding this message. Card for what we can learn. Make a change. Fine wine, right? You can learn how to take your tools and to, again, use them in the lessons in which they apply, right? But you can't, again, this is going to be a completely new reality for you, right? It's going to be a completely new world for you, right? So there's going to be new lessons. There's going to be new experiences. There's going to be new discoveries, right? There's going to be new adventures that you're going to have to go through, that you're going to get to learn, right? So definitely, again, keep in mind what it is or what is going to require you to maintain your sense of alignment, right? Maintain your sense of balance, maintain your sense of peace, maintain your sense of meditation, and definitely be willing to grow within this change, right? Because this new experience is going to require your growth, right? So just because the sprout the seed has made its way above the ground, that doesn't mean it's done growing. That just means that it is going to require growth in a new way, right? So just because the sprout has made it from underneath the soil, that doesn't mean that the tree is fully grown, right? They're still going to have to learn how to withstand the changes that occur in the weather, right? The rainstorms are going to come, strong winds, right? That sprout is going to have to learn how to remain strong within those new earthly elements, right? So definitely keep that in mind. 1 card for what we can create. Silencing the mind with gift of freedom at the bottom of the deck, right? Learning how to appreciate this new journey, right? Remember I said that again, learning how to remain peaceful, learning to find the joy within this energy of discovery, right? Learning to remain balanced. So definitely learning how to create that sense of meditation within yourself, learning how to create that sense of groundedness, right? Learning how to create that sense of earthliness, right? Remaining grounded within this current state of being, right? So again, don't let this new sense of discovery, don't let these new lessons shake you, right? Don't let them move you. Don't let them deter you from continuing to grow or continuing to move forward, right? Again, just because the sprout experiences a strong wind above the ground, that doesn't mean that it is going to get the chance to go back underneath the soil, right? You're going to have to learn how to weather the storm. You're going to have to learn how to move and remain balanced within, again, experiencing these new elements. So definitely learning how to trust yourself, learning how to, again, silence your mind, learning how to meditate and remain grounded in alignment with who you are and where you are going, right? 1 card for what we can meditate on. Face your fears. Transformation. Again, the message is clear. The message is clear. The message is so clear. Keeping in mind your purpose, right? Keeping the point of your purpose in the forefront of your vision, right? Again, not to the point of the sprout coming above ground, and so that it can reach the point of becoming a firmly rooted tree that bears an abundance of fruit, right? But if you get, 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 if you deterred, right? Or you allow your mind to feed you the fears that will discourage you, then you're just going to feel like it's all for nothing, right? So definitely meditate on how you can remain balanced. Meditate on how you can continue to, again, this is just like speaking to your prayer life, right? Your connection to God, your connection to spirit, your connection to self, right? Focusing on how you can remain grounded within these new changes, how you can remain grounded within this new environment, right? And again, how you can overcome the changes of these new elements that you're going to experience, because it's not about running away from them, or it's not about creating an environment where they don't exist, but it's about learning how to remain grounded and learning how to stay focused on maintaining solutions to overcoming these challenges, right? And one card for what we can innovate. Energy of love with celebrate life, right? Innovate ways to, again, remain peaceful, remain confident within yourself. This is Queen of Cups energy, right? Remain or maintain that sense of love, maintain that sense of peace, right? Maintain that sense of confidence that you have to continue to love on yourself, right? Continue to love on the environment in which you are growing within, right? Continue to love or nurture your fears within going through this experience, right? Again, it's all about just like finding joy within the journey, right? Finding joy in the discovery, right? And maintaining your peace throughout the process of this growth. But that is the message that I have for you guys. I hope that it resonated. I know that if you made it to the end of this video, you have found something in it that was worthy and valuable to you. Have a good one. Bye.